You haven't texted me yet. What's going on with you?
What do you mean? Is something the matter?
Come on now, Mr. Frederick. You call yourself a man with this kind of behavior?
Excuse me?
It's only like the most important rule in the book that when a man asks a woman for her contact information, he texts her or something himself later on that very day. You're aware that it's polite custom, right? I've been waiting since yesterday for your message, you know.
Oh, is that so? I apologize for that. I just fell asleep upon coming home yesterday. I had a pretty hard day, you see.
Is that the best excuse you can come up with? I must say it's mediocre, Mr. Frederick. You really believe you can be a good man to take the lead in this? I beg to differ.
I'm sorry.
What were you doing this whole time? It's been more than 12 hours since we parted ways last night.
As I said, I fell asleep after coming home, and then I woke up this morning to go to work.
I see. Anything else you gotta say?
Excuse me? Anything else, Miss Megan?
Yes, indeed, Mr. Frederick. There is something you want to say to me, isn't there?
I'm afraid I can't think of anything. Forgive me for messaging you so late.
That's not what I mean. Honestly, how can you call yourself a member of society with this much of a lack of common sense? I suppose you're only an ordinary officeman working for some subcontractor company. It's the only explanation. After things go well at a group date, we usually say thank you for a great time today, or how about a cup of coffee on Saturday? Can't you see how you have to say these things afterwards? How can you call yourself a man?
I'm a man, Miss Megan, but I must admit these things have indeed slipped my mind. I'm very sorry.
At least you understand now. So what now, Mr. Frederick?
Excuse me? What do you expect, Miss Megan?
Oh my gosh, you don't understand a thing. How do you want to proceed with what we have? What do you hope to achieve with me? I'm afraid I don't understand.
Just hurry up and invite me to dinner already. Ask me something smart like, when will be a good idea for you?
Dinner, you say? It would be fun if we went out again with the yesterday's group, I must say.
I'll inform the secretary from yesterday about this.
Mr. Frederick?
Yes?
How dare you call yourself a man, you stupid coward!
I don't understand what you mean.
With this kind of atmosphere, it's more than obvious that it should result in the two of us going out together. Making me explain every single step of how this should go, you're not a gentleman, not in the slightest. At this rate, I don't believe we have anything to show for it.
But it's also fun for all of us if we all went out again. I'm sure the people from last night will want to go out again sometime soon. I think that's a nice idea. Wouldn't you agree?
Have you even been listening to what I was just saying? Don't tell me you've gone off your rocker or something.
I'm sorry, I'm not exactly sure about this, but do you mean to tell me you want to go out to dinner with me? Just the two of us?
Unbelievable! Who just asked something so forthright like that to a woman? You really can't be called a man, Mr. Frederick. I'm now sure that someone like you has a pretty small salary, and isn't even on a path towards promotions and stuff. A perpetually ordinary, unimpressive officeman. And that's why you won't ever get married, live through life in a daze, and die alone and unloved.
Please don't envision my future like that. You make it sound like something straight out of a suicide survivor's life.
And yet it's true in real life, isn't it? If you don't want that to happen to you, may I suggest that you learn a bit about how to take the lead in establishing a relationship with a woman? At this point, I can still listen anyway.
Listen, by what you mean what exactly?
Clueless can you get, damn it? I mean, you can still try to ask me out. Sounding smart, mind. If you can't do that, I'm just gonna block you, all right?
Block?
Yes, block. I'm not gonna talk with you anymore. You're okay with that? That means you're gonna miss your chance with a beautiful older woman that'll take good care of you. Are you seriously okay with that?
And who is this woman?
Me, damn it! Who else would it be? I may not look it, but I'm actually a little older than you, Mr. Frederick. That's why I'm telling you all of these things, out of a sisterly sense of pity, I suppose. I hope you appreciate that. Not everyone wants to show the way of courting someone like you, a mere low-salary officeman.
No, thank you.
Uh-huh? What do you mean?
You don't have to show me the ways of courting, I assure you.
What the hell are you saying? If you mean to tell me that you can't even realize how pathetic you are in this, I give up, and I'm blocking you.
Please, by all means.
The heck? What the hell do you mean? You're okay with me blocking you?
Yes, indeed. Even if you block me, it's not like it's gonna bother me. And also, Miss Megan, you've been saying some pretty nasty stuff for a while now, and I don't remember ever asking you out to dinner, nor do I remember things going well between us. I wonder why it's become this kind of atmosphere where it's obvious we have to go out together, the two of us. It's really puzzling to me, you see?
What are you talking about? I know you were after me yesterday. You were staring at me with that lock of lust in your eyes I know all too well. I know, Mr. Frederick. I know exactly what you want.
Huh? That look of lust in my eyes, as nasty as it sounds, was always my natural expression. Instead, I never considered you as hot, so I can confidently say I never looked at you with a lack of lust.
Do you realize how rude you are right now?
Well, I've been the victim of some insulting myself, so I thought something small like this would still be okay. Was I over the line?
You were way over the line. You were staring at me yesterday, and we were touching when we were sitting beside each other.
You were sitting right in front of me, so you were naturally in my line of sight. I was never going after you, Miss Megan. Not by a smidge. So you don't need to worry.
You better watch yourself with all those lies.
All that nonsense about us touching, I think your accusations have also gone pretty far. When we did change seats last night and you wound up beside me, who was it that tried to lock her arm of mine and that tried to grab my leg? Oh yes, that's right, it was you, Miss Megan.
I can't believe this. I can't believe that I'm talking to the most infuriating, rudest person to ever walk this earth. Do you have a fleeting understanding of what you're saying to me?
I could say the same to you, Miss Megan. You do realize I could have sued you for sexual harassment, right?
Sexual harassment, my ass. I could have sued you for the same thing.
I believe everyone that was there yesterday would vouch for me in court, though.
This is too much. I'm freaking blocking you.
Go ahead. You've been telling me you would for a while now.
You're really okay with this. I don't care if you regret this later.
Don't worry, I won't.
I never imagined you would be this much of a rude scumbag, Frederick. Such a waste of my time.
Yeah, you and me both, sister. I only have 5 minutes left for my lunch break. Wanna know the funny thing? I still haven't eaten my lunch yet. And also, I think this is the first time someone's insulted me this much. And believe me, I've been a victim of such criticism all my life.
Your life will be one of poverty and misery without any happiness whatsoever. It suits you well, damn it.
Thankfully, I do have some money stashed away, so I don't think your prediction will come true anytime soon.
What?
I actually run a company, you see. It isn't much of a big enterprise at the moment, but I founded it a few years ago. And it's finally become large enough to employ a couple hundred people. Business has been going well lately, and an old friend of mine invited me to this group date, so I thought it would be a nice change of pace. Little did I know I would learn a valuable lesson as a result. I learned that people like you, stubborn, arrogant, and downright rude people, really do exist in the world.
You're running a company? You mean to tell me that you're a director?
Yes, I am. More specifically, I'm the CEO.
Why in the world would you leave such important detail out until later on, sir?
You were completely convinced that I was a poor office man.
But your outfit from yesterday.
Being a CEO demands so much from me, Miss Megan. And I simply don't have the time to be concerned about fashion. A simple jacket and jeans can't do you any wrong, can they? For work, I wear ready-made suits that my secretary arranges for me. So I really don't have to worry about nice clothes anyway. Well then, you can block me now.
And why would I do that, Mr. Frederick? I was actually interested in you since the beginning. That's why I mustered up the courage to contact you myself, you see, and I do believe you hold me in high regard, too. Let's start this slowly with a nice dinner, the two of us.
Huh? No way, that's not gonna happen. It was never gonna happen, Megan.
But why? I've taken the submissive route now, you see.
When a person you meet yesterday insults and chastises someone as much as you have done to me, no matter how much you try to fix things, it's never gonna work. I've always had an eye to see people for who they are professionally, and I already had an idea about you yesterday. But I never thought it would be to this extent.
But I've had my eyes on you from the beginning, you know. Why did you ask me for my contact information then? Anyone would think that there's a chance with us then, at that point.
You pushed that information right under my nose, Megan. Even when I didn't exactly want it. And also, you've been saying some nasty things to every single person that was there yesterday, haven't you?
How do you know about that?
There were multiple screenshots of what you said to them in the group chat.
A group chat?
I created one along with the people from yesterday, you see? Oh yes, with everyone but you, of course. After you left for home yesterday, we all went to karaoke.
What the hell? I never knew about this.
Even the other girls seem to be struggling with your shenanigans. You forced a colleague of yours to invite you to a group date. Completely disregarding the fact that you're at least 10 years older than all the other girls. Respect to you for being positive during the group date, but there's no doubt now the group's apparently gonna hang out often, without ever inviting you. I did invite you too, and you declined strongly, I might add. Well then, you don't seem to be wanting to block me, so I might as well do it. Goodbye. Megan tried her best to patch things up with Frederick by contacting him multiple times, but she'd already been blocked. She then attempted to get her girlfriends to reach out to him, but that level of obsession was only met with scorn and contempt. By now, it seems that no one in her company is willing to talk with her anymore, as they have realized how she behaves towards people in general. And as for Frederick, he went on to begin a relationship with one of the girls from the group date, under the presumption they would get married in the end. Let's hope Megan doesn't find out about this and that they find happiness in their life together.